Hey guys, welcome to Tipsy Time. I'm gonna be posting what I'm wearing down below for my makeup. Um, if you guys notice, or what you will notice, is that I typically use more mainstream brands that I can trust. I'm very skeptical about moving towards, as they call it, mass brands, or drugstore makeup, or like indie brands. I don't know. It's not. I don't trust it. That's just me. I like to know that my makeup was made well. Um, anyway, tonight is actually a very serious topic, and before I get into it, I just want to say that the comments are not like a bloodbath. Like, you guys cannot attack each other. Like, you guys are here to watch me. If you have a problem with me, you can DM me on my Instagram. You can write it in the comments. You can send it to my Cash App. I don't care. There's no hate in my comments to other fans. You guys are here to watch me. I'm the star of the show here, and you guys are here to watch me. Now that that's over with. So, the topic I'm going to be talking about tonight, it's a little deep, and it can get a little personal for people. It's depression. And depression for me started about a year ago. I'm going to tell you guys my story about depression. So, for me, it started last year. It actually was triggered by my best friend committing suicide. We didn't see it coming, and it was just horrible. And like, it still like clings to me till this day. Her 1 year is on the 27th of July, and I'm going to be linking the AFSP, American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. I don't know. It'll be linked down below. I'm not trying to laugh, but like, it'll be linked below. Anyways, we didn't see it coming, and it was out of like nowhere. It started literally like the first day I filmed for my TV show. And it was tough, having, like a million cameras shoved in my face, and then like having to put on a happy face for the rest of the world when like I was grieving, and it was really hard for me. And like, I told producers, don't bring it up, because like I did post it on Facebook, and I know they like do a Facebook investigation. We all see it on Catfish. I'm just being really selective for what I say, because I did sign an NDA. But so that happened, and over the last few months, I may need a second one before the end of this. Over the months, my sadness has just gotten worse, and I was, going through like a manic state where I was just like amazing. And then usually towards like the end of the month is when like I hit my low point. And it's not bipolar. I was diagnosed with major depression. And it's the thought just saddens me, and it brings me to a very dark place at the end of the month. But I am getting help for that. And I was diagnosed last September for major depression, and I just lived my life. I didn't think depression defined me. I know that depression does not have a face. Depression has no like sex, it has no race, it has no age, it has nothing. And that's what I learned about myself. I was very naive and ignorant towards it, actually. I was one of those people, well, just cheer up, it'll get better. And I learned that you don't, until something really bad happens to you. You really don't know. And it's such a gut-wrenching experience, and a learning experience at that. So this past few weeks, like 4th of July-ish, has just been a total shit show for me. I was put in the hospital that was just a fucking mess. And it happened because on the 4th or the 5th-ish, I had an episode, and my friend caught wind of it. My old friend, by the way. My old friend caught wind of it, and, he was worried. So me, that friend, and another friend that I thought was very close to me, we all sat down and we talked, and we were discussing like my issues, And by the way, the other person that I'm talking about, one of them, is a YouTuber as well. Not very famous YouTuber, but he right now is on his Facebook and Instagram saying, you know, I want to promote mental awareness or whatever, and like positivity and growth. And the reason why I'm saying that is because when we were talking, one of my friends had asked me, is you not living in California the reason why you're depressed right now? And I said yes. And before I could get to, but there's other underlying reasons, this girl stormed out. And you guys probably know who I'm talking about if you are paying attention to my Instagram or my Snapchat. I'm not saying names, I'm trying to keep it as general as possible. So the girl who I thought was very close to me stormed out and basically like left, and then the YouTuber that I was sitting with was like, oh, I can't fucking do this anymore, you know, every time I have a party something fucking happens. And mind you, I wasn't even in drama that night, like I was having a chill night, I was sipping, I was cool. And I left and he was like, whatever. And he texted me, no, he said that in person, and then he texted me on my way home as I was like, you know, I was going through a whole Snapchat tirade. It was crazy. I like could barely understand the Snapchats. I was like super drunk, I was drinking Bacardi, and yeah. And he was like, fuck you, and, you know, he sent me something on Snapchat, and I don't remember, but it was very, like, volatile from what I remember, and volatile in the sense of, like, making the situation worse. So I went home, and I did something, and then I was fine for the night, and then I woke up, and then I felt the need to vent about the situation. Like, have you guys ever just felt that? You guys just want to put it out and, like, not have any consequences? So that's what I did. So I went to my Finsta, which will not be linked below because that is my Finsta. That is my Finsta. And I posted, you know, that I did try to commit suicide, and that, you know, I was feeling just so overwhelmed at that moment. I've never had a suicidal ideation prior to that, and it was kind of just like a rash decision for me, and I don't know why my mind's geared toward it, but I did. And again, the thing said, sorry, I get sidetracked so easily. Basically, that the first chunk of it was, hey, the other night I tried to suffocate myself, whatever. And then the next part was, like, you know, these two people that I considered closest to me, you know, just turned and couldn't deal that this was the hardest month for me, and that I'm being straight up honest with them about this whole situation that's going on in my life and why, like, my attitude is the way it is, and that, like, I couldn't trust them pretty much. And people are like, well, that's a little paranoia. And no, it's not. When you have close friends who say they want to help you, and then you tell them what's wrong, and they literally just like, stop the brakes, you're cut. And that's pretty much what they did to me. And it hurt a lot. It really did. And it's so ironic that one of them is trying to promote peace and positivity and, you know, all around mental good well-being. Sorry, I'm like losing my train of thought a little bit, but not really. I'm just like finding my words. Anyway. So, what sound did I just make? Ew. You know, I just found it ironic that this person who's trying to create a positive well-being for people who are mentally ill, who are depressed, who is having suicidal thoughts, tells somebody who is going through that, fuck you. I find that very wrong, and it's totally disgusting. It's just the most foul thing you can do to someone at their lowest point. But, you know, I am getting help for it. I am, you know, trying to make myself a better person every day. I cut those two people out of my life. I don't need them. You know, I have bigger things going on in my life. I have things going on in my professional life, my sex life. I have things going on in just my whole life. And you know what? I can't be dragged down by people who don't want to be better. I can't be around people who promote negativity, like maybe prank calling somebody you had a crush on at one point, or by, like, you know, just creating all this despondency with people around you. I can't be around that. And I'm not saying anything to tear anybody down in this video. What I'm saying is the ironicy, is that a word, ironicy? I don't know. Behind what other people are thinking and saying, and I just really hope people get the help that they need. You know, I will link the suicide hotline below. There's always 211 if you ever need to talk to someone. My DMs are always open if anybody needs to talk. Because, you know, we're all going through this thing called life together. And sometimes we need a little help. Sometimes we need a little break. We need a little mental reset. You know what? Britney Spears did it in 2007, and she's doing it again. Mariah Carey did it in 2001. You know, we can get through a lot, people, okay? Like, okay. Anyways, I have so many more videos for you guys to watch. I've just been so busy lately. You know, I've been just busy in general, and then I was busy focusing on myself for a good week and a half. And now I'm getting ready to get back into the swing of YouTube, and you guys have a lot more content coming from me. And it's going to be positive, and it's going to be fun. This channel is some place for you guys to relax, have a drink, and watch, because trust me, if I were to watch myself for like 20 minutes long ranting, I need a drink too. So just stay positive, people, and stay tipsy. Mwah.